a single. You got life up. And don't get me up. On here saying that.
Steffon Diggs is finally putting his foot down, and he just sent a strong warning to Offset to stop speaking on Cardi B. Offset has been saying all kinds of crazy things about Steffon, and even going as far as calling Steffon DL. Steffon, on the other hand, has actually been very quiet, but it looks like he is done keeping his mouth shut. Apparently, Steffon actually wants to get married to Cardi, but she is the one pushing it back from happening because, first, she just got out of a marriage less than a year ago, and second, she still has to deal with Offset's BS every day, even though she left him and moved on with a whole new man. Offset is clearly obsessed with Cardi, but she's not backtracking. She meant it this time around when she said she was done with him, and she is standing on business to the very end. Now, when it comes to Offset, he isn't just mad at Steffon because he stole Cardi from him. He is also mad at Steffon because Cardi started sleeping with him while they were still married, and she was 8 months pregnant. It's one thing for her to open her legs for other men to dive just to get back at Offset, because to be fair, Offset has cheated on her way more times than we can count. But let's be honest here, y'all. It wasn't just a fling for Cardi, because she literally slept with him while she was heavily pregnant and even went on to date him after she left Offset. Offset was actually the one who revealed all this, and old boy was crashing the heck out on X that day. He tweeted, "You effed with a baby inside, tell the truth," to which Cardi replied and did. He also told academics everything that happened even before he made this tweet. So once he put this out there, academics also jumped on a stream and gave us all the tea.
8 months pregnant. Offset went through her phone and called her texting a nigga, some dog nigga named Steffon Diggs, some football player. He done everybody's hoe in the game, which is kind of ironic because every time your girl want to get their lick back, they go to the biggest hoe.
WAP.
WAP. What does that stand for?
That's Cardi B.
As if that wasn't messy enough, Offset also jumped on the bandwagon about Steffon being secretly gay and accused him of being DL. He did this right after Cardi said she was going to be attending the Grammys with Steffon. Offset wasn't here for this at all because this was the first time she was acknowledging her relationship with Steffon publicly after Offset put it out there that she was sleeping with him while 8 months pregnant. She liked this tweet that someone made that said, "Cardi and Steffon on the red carpet at the Grammys next Sunday." And as y'all can see, there she goes liking the post. Offset, being the bitter baby daddy that he is, saw this and couldn't help himself from ruining Cardi's moment. So one of Cardi's fans decided to be messy by going under Offset's page to leave this unnecessary comment that said, "B, you're a loser, no ish," to which he replied, "Go bother the gay boyfriend." He was obviously talking about Steffon when he said this because there have been allegations about him being on the DL, and Offset is now using it to piss Cardi off into another IG live crash out. Steffon hasn't openly come out to admit that he likes messing with men. According to his former stylist, Chris Blake, he swings both ways. Chris revealed this when he posted a video of Steffon's brother, Diggs, and his goons jumping him in an elevator. Chris had initially filed a lawsuit against them for the but he didn't spill the tea on what actually led up to it. According to Chris, he used to style Steffon and they had a great friendship, but things started getting weird when Steffon began making advances at him. Once he made it clear he doesn't swing that way, Steffon was afraid that he was going to go around telling people that he's DL, so he sent his brother Derez to shake him up. He even said Steffon went as far as spiking his drink so that he could have his way with him when he was unconscious, but that attempt wasn't successful either, and he ran to the police right after. The derivative of all this ish is that Steffon tried to drug me and then have intercourse with me, but I escaped unscathed. Thank you, Jesus. But I now knew his secret, and that didn't sit well with him. Weeks later, after his failed attempt on me, because I don't play like that and never have, Derez realized that I was no longer affiliated with his half-brother, and because he's broke, not even being funny, but like actually doesn't have money, plus has 3 kids, plus Steffon doesn't take care of him because he didn't meet him until he was like 12 years old or something like that. He saw a gap in what was once a strong relationship between his brother and I, and tried to rob my crib for my chrome hearts collection and more, jacket with 100 plus crosses, multiple bags, etc. First thing he said when I got off the elevator was, "What's up with all that chrome ish?" Him and the 2 crash outs he tagged in to help him didn't give a darn about no cameras because they likely wanted my mouth closed about the closeted receiver and wanted to kill me and leave me in my apartment after they cleared it clean of all my valuables. And that ain't even all the tea, but everybody knows so much they gonna run a narrative about theft to protect the fact that he me and then tried to try me. But unlike the fruitful thinker, I respectively lived my life as a 100% straight man that doesn't dabble in experimentation unlike him, but the truth needs no motivation. It'll surface as need be. I produce receipts like a printer, but y'all can continue in the comments telling me more about my life. A lot of people immediately believed everything Chris was saying because according to them, Steffon seems a bit fruity and him being into men isn't far off. I mean, did y'all see the video of him that went viral just a few days ago? He was turning up to Sexy Red and dancing like he was riding another man. At least that's what the people were saying in the comments. Someone even posted the video on TikTok and captioned it zesty AF. Anyway, Cardi wasn't fazed by any of these gay rumors at all because that's her man and she isn't going to let people ruin things for her. In fact, right after these gay allegations, she threw it in people's face that she wasn't leaving Steffon when she and him were seen spending time together on Valentine's Day. Well, reverting, she and Steffon stepped out together again and unsurprisingly, Offset wasn't having it. So Steffon was on live a few days ago and he made it clear that he wasn't single and that he was currently tied up in a serious relationship. During the live, he didn't mention the name of the person he was locked in with, but the next day it became clear who he was talking about when he was spotted out with Cardi in the club and they were cutting it up. Cardi was literally giving this man a lap dance and everything.
I'm single. You got life up. And don't get me on here saying that.
Now, as these videos were going viral, a few blogs obviously picked it up and started posting it, and that's when someone decided to be messy by leaving a shady comment that said, Offset punching air. Offset ended up seeing the comment and he replied with, I'm happy for her. A lot of people actually don't believe this at all because if there's anything that Offset has shown us since Cardi left him is that he doesn't want to see her with anyone else. People feel like it's all for show and that he's going to get right back to being petty again in no time. As usual, people had their own thoughts like this person who said, the man Diggs going to cheat on her too. She should have just stayed with Offset. Another person said, if he really and truly was happy for her, he would not have replied so doggone fast to a stranger in the comment section, so this is a lie. He is punching air and I hate it for the next woman who is around him that sees him spazzing out because his wife is having a good time. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Cardi moving on with Steffon? And do y'all think it's a good idea that she is now with Steffon despite the Playboy and DL allegations on him? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.